Good morning. This is Don Sally with Maranatha Adventures.
Good morning.
This video is going to be on what we call storage solutions. And what we're going to get into is soft-sided storage solutions and organization. And the bottom line is that the fact that with Sally and I'm all about organizing and protecting the items that we have. And in past videos, you always heard me talking about the Overland Gear Guy. And this is what this is about. It's his product line that we use and have been using for close to almost 4 years now. And we love his product because it's durable. And the one thing is that it fits everything that we need, even product-specific products that, which I'm going to get into here shortly about. The Overland Gear Guy, let me get into some of the specifics. It's a family-run company based out of Salt Lake City, Utah. Rob has 16 years of law enforcement and 4.5 years of firefighting EMT. They specialize in soft-sided storage solutions, organizational overland gear, not counting other stuff such as camera gear and other stuff. The soft-sided bags, they could be custom labeled, as you see here. He also does seat organizers for the back side of your seats. He does vehicle specific product lines, as well as he offers a lifetime warranty on his products. And I'll tell you, when you see one of his products and you get it in your hands, you can see why it's a lifetime warranty on it. And I'll tell you, it's phenomenal. And it just keeps you going back and purchasing more. They also do custom work, as in orders. And believe me, I'm going to be having him do something for me in time. Camp Chef table is one of our favorites. Sally and I have used. This table here is 12 years old. You heard me say it in the last couple of videos. But the problem the only complaint I have with Camp Chef is that their bag. You have to manipulate the bag to get the table into by the time you fold up the two pieces. And that's what you're actually folding up the top. And then you have to fold up the legs and everything else to get it all in there. And you have to squeeze and manipulate that and stretch the bag and everything else like that. Like I said, these tables are 12 years old. I have two of them, one here and one in the back up on the shelf there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him the overall measurements of it. And then I'm going to have him add specifically an overall inch in length and an overall inch in width and an overall inch in height. So I could be able to put these tables away without having to sit there and struggle trying to squeeze them in the bag, especially when you're running the TAT, the Trans-America Trail, or the BDR, or like I said, the backcountry discovery routes. Time is of the essence because you're trying to get from one destination to the next destination. So that slows you down. And plus, it's the aggravation or frustration mode view that comes into this also. So let's get into one of the products lines I like. And this is a product-specific bag, soft-sided bag. And it's for the ingot fire can. And I love this thing because I have all the room in the world without being super sloppy. But I can get it in there and out of there quickly. So anyways, I'm going to show you what I mean by this. His bags have double zippers. I had it labeled so it says the fire can. Nice thing about the double zippers, they're quality zippers because they don't hang up. They just run smooth as silk. Now for you lava can owners, I believe he also makes a bag for your lava boxes. And you might want to check on his website just to make sure. The next one, and you heard me talk about this one, and this is one of our favorites for the inside of the camper, is our Hella 12-volt Hella 7-inch circular fan. And this bag here fits perfectly and houses everything in there nicely. The label. We keep this one stored up on the shelf in the camper. And like I said, the zippers are just everything. Rob and Stephanie just did phenomenal work. The next one is important, especially in these weathers now, conditions, how we went from winter into spring, is we had one done for and this one here you can purchase. It's not a product specific, it's just an in-stock product. We just had a label put on it, and it's for our thermocells. We have 4 of the smaller thermocells in here. We keep the butane cartridges in there, and we also keep the insect repellent strips in there. This is a must, especially in the seasons here in Arkansas and anything in the Ozarks. You've seen this one in our shower and toilet video, or under shower and latrine. This is houses our shower head, the hose, 7-foot hose, and the 12-foot length of 12-volt cord with the waterproof switch. The next bag here, and this one here we did on our kitchen gear setup, is that houses 1-pound propane bottles. The next one I'm going to do is probably one of the most important pieces of gear that we carry, especially when we are running the TAT or BDRs, the Trans-America Trail, or the backcountry discovery routes. And this here is, I can't say enough about how much I truly, truly, truly love this particular product. And this is the map case. The nice thing about this particular one, it's sized perfectly for the stuff that we use. And it's an in-stock item. You can use it as a carrying handle. Also, you can use this, because the quick release buckles, to put around your headrest and hang it from the back side of your seat to keep all your mapping. And the nice thing about it is that at the front of it has 2 mesh pouches, zippers on each side. We carry binder clips, and we use those binder clips to mark pages on our gazetter. And we also have it to hold a magnifying glass. Also, we use for our gazetters. The side pouch access is perfect size for the gazetters. And this is what Sally and I take with this as well. And as you see, we got Arkansas and Missouri in there. And we got an up and coming trip soon. But the nice thing about that, the opposite side has a large pouch, mesh pouch. And this nice thing about this is that it holds the roll charts, or roll for the route that you're going to take. And this is old school stuff. The Midwest Discovery Route, and we're going to be running the Arkansas section here very soon. As soon as all this storm weather, all this rain gets by. So that's the nice thing. We keep all that information. And what I've done was that I took this specific route and spent a couple of days plotting it all out and following the road charts and putting it onto my Gaia account, GPS account. So it's on my phone. So as we're doing this route, Sally can go through the road charts and make sure that everything is it. And I doubled, tripled, and quadrupled checked just to make sure I got that route installed perfectly on there. The next one I want to talk about is our camera gear. We keep all our camera gear, and I'm talking mounts and accessories, all in this Husky bag. I like it because it has everything in there. It has our walkie-talkies, everything. But getting into it is that it houses what they call is money size or bank bag style bags. For instance, this one says video miscellaneous, which houses our batteries for our cameras, our action cameras. Camera accessories. That's all the mounts and extra mounts in case one breaks and so on and so on. And I'm talking the GoPro mount styles. The lighting. And the audio. This carries all of our noise diffusers, or otherwise known as the dead cats, and all that stuff and charging cables. The next bag I want to talk about is our navigation and comms bag. So all the mounting system for our GPS, whether we're using, and I run it sometimes, I will run 2 and 3 GPS units at one time because of different routes. And I'll have set up for different bypasses and stuff like that at times. But inside here, I got all my RAM mounts, and that's what we specifically use is RAM. Is this bag also houses our Weeboost, and we use the Drive and Seek, one with the shark fin antenna. I like that one because it doesn't snag out there. And it does just fine for us reaching out there. The other bag is in there is for our Magellan TR7 GPS unit. And I use this particular GPS unit if I am on a route and I want to record it and then keep it into a file. This one here is super simple to operate. It's super easy to record off of another route. It's super easy to transfer from one file to a GPX file so I can put it onto my Gaia account. Next, and the last item I want to talk about is our dry goods box and the kitchen box. The dry goods box we done in our second video called our kitchen gear. And we keep the bank size money bags that they offer. And Sally has them labeled 1 gallon Ziploc. And the quart size Ziploc bags. And we find that it's really interesting because the bottom line is that the fact that everything is really organized. And I'll show you.
And also in the kitchen box, I have one of those bags that's labeled coffee filters for our percolated coffee pot that we use.
Lastly, what I want to talk about is with the Overland Gear Guy is that all of his bags, pouches come in various colors, even in camo. Like I said, he does custom projects for you. Their customer service is top notch. It's top drawer. I cannot say enough. They're good on tracking. They're good on just everything and fulfilling the orders in a very good, timely manner. Anyways, I will post the website, the contact, how to contact them by phone and email. And their hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. And again, the Overland Gear Guy. Check them out because you can't go wrong. Their product is top drawer. I cannot say enough. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I ask you to like, subscribe, share our video, comment. We like to answer the comments. We like to read them. And also stick around. I have a nice little devotional. It's a little bit longer than normal, but it has a real touching moment about it. We'll see you on the next video. God bless.
See you later.
This devotion I'm going to be doing a little bit different. It'll start off with a story, then the Bible verse, and then about the verse and how the Bible verse coincides with the story. I would like you to picture this scene. There's a huge field, far as the eyes can see. In this field, a 3-rail wooden fence is in the middle of this field, is going as far as the eyes can see. On one side of the fence stands Jesus. On the other side is Satan. An individual is walking in this field, marveling over the vastness of it. He walks up to the fence. Jesus mentions to him, I can give you an incredible life with opportunities of knowing the future so that you may be able to invest your life wisely in the light of it. The individual said, that sounds good. Then Satan comes up, mentions, I can give you all what the world can offer. Wealth, popularity, a lavish lifestyle beyond your imagination. The individual was impressed and mentions, that seems real tempting. But here's what the individual done. He jumped up on the top rail of the fence and sat and turned to Jesus and Satan and said, I'm fine right where I am now, sitting on this fence. Then the skies became dark. The individual couldn't see in front of him. And out of nowhere from the darkness, Satan's face appears and says, I'm the fence too. Think about that. I'll be reading from 1 Kings chapter 18, verse 21 from the New Living Translation. Then Elijah stood in front of them and said, how much longer will you waver, hobbling between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, then follow him. But the people were completely silent. Think about this right here. Our daily lives are filled with countless decisions. Some small, some are truly life-changing. The choices we make not only defines who we are, how we believe, it also lays the direction where we are headed when it comes to that final stop in our lives. The question to ask yourself is, how do you believe God is? How do you believe and who you believe? In 1 Kings 18:21, it's about how Elijah challenges the Israelites. It is also a solid but bold eternal reminder for us today to think about. We must choose whom we will follow. We will be influenced by empty promises of the world, or will we choose to experience the divine fulfillment of God. Take this moment to think about this message and how making the right choice in your life will save you from a terrible mistake in the future. I hope somebody gets something out of this. I really do. Give God the time he deserves. God bless.